What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. So guys, today I want to talk about handling tough situations. And as a brother that is in his 40s, 41 to be exact, I've come across a lot of things in my life. People have done a lot of things to me that I did not like. And as a younger man, and even in my 30s, I'm not proud of how I reacted. And many of you brothers are the same way. People have said things to you. You may have reacted with, verbal threats or violence or acting a fool. And then when you think about it, you realize, well, that was a situation that could have been ignored. Or that person did something to me and I should have just cut them off. All of the extra antics were not necessary. You couldn't control how the situation came, but definitely you could have controlled how you responded. Now, with that being said, guys, and some of you ladies too, people are not going to appreciate you in this life. It is not your fault. A lot of times you try to rationalize what you do for people, and because you care about them genuinely, and when it is not returned to you, you kind of think about like, well, why don't they return the favor? Like, I'm doing all this for this lady, I'm doing all this for this guy. Why isn't he, returning the favor? And you want to talk to the person. And so when they don't do it, you figure, well, you know what? I need to punish them. I need to somehow get back at them as a rule for them not returning back the love towards me. I've been there. I've done that, right? But let me tell you this. Let's say, for example, you're with a woman. You cheated on her. Your mother passed. And because you cheated on her, the woman found out where your mother's ashes were. And what she did was make a video of her throwing your mother's ashes into the river. I know it sounds absurd, but that actually happened. Well, why did it happen? Because Miss Augustine Gladney, that's the lady you're looking at here in the photo. She's crying in the prison picture. And the video that you'll probably see is her actually throwing the urn of her boyfriend, Ernest Smith's mother, into the lake. This is in Fort Worth, Texas. And allegedly it is because Mr. Ernest Smith cheated on her. Okay? So, she cheated on her and all of this. And so this is her way of getting back at him. And let me just say this. Many of us, we've dealt with ladies or some of you women have dealt with guys. People don't appreciate who you are. They're going to lie. They're going to cheat. They're going to break your heart. But then the question comes, who decided to deal with them in the first place? Did you have a choice? And the answer is always going to be, of course, you had a choice. But instead, you decided to deal with them anyway. So now, because you decided to deal with them anyway, and they let you down, which is what many people do in the world, you want to take it personal. So the way that you want to deal with it is for them to be hurt. Well, how do you hurt people? Well, to teach them a lesson. So you go after what you feel hurts them. Some of you call them names. Some of you make threats. Some of you make threats to expose them. Whatever you do to get back at them. And even in many cases, you want to go out there and do something crazy like, okay, let's find where his mother's ashes are and throw them into the ocean. But the real thing that happens is you expose how much hurt you are for dealing with a loser because they played you. We've all been played. Everybody in the world is played. Everybody is cheated on. Everybody gets hurt. But the reality comes back to the question, into the situation is, why were you with a person like that in the first place? Because you had a choice. Did you look at the red flags? All that you need to do is to fucking leave them alone. This is what I've learned over the years, right? And I'm gonna tell you guys this. Life is beautiful. Life is not worth being vengeful. It is not worth being rude to people. It is not worth being mean to people, especially women. Women will do some shit that's crazy. Men will do some shit that's crazy. But you know what's better? To get them out of your life. That's why there is a block button on Instagram, a block button on Facebook, a block button on WhatsApp, a block button on your cell phone. You allow them to go take that shit to some place else. But what you're not going to do is to go out there and take the ashes of your ex-boyfriend's mother and throw it into the ocean. Because why? The mother's ashes had nothing to do with you. She didn't do anything to you. She didn't cheat on you. She's already dead. So why would you disrespect her because of what he did? Well, because it's petty. You're only doing that because you're mad at the decision you made. That has nothing to do with nobody but you. If you are dealing with a loser lady or guy, well, whoever is watching this, look at yourself in the fucking mirror. Seriously. Like, this is what we need to do. I've dealt with plenty of losers in my life in the last 10 years. Some business partners, some people I was romantically involved with. You want to know who has a big deal to do with that involvement? Me. I had a choice in the matter. All right? I did. If I continue to want to deal with those losers, guess what? It's on me. But it's very, very easy for me to say, okay, you cheated on me. You don't want to be with me. I've learned my lesson. You taught me something. I know it's easier said than done, but I'll move on. I'll go and do something else, find somebody else who appreciates me and what I do. But when you do shit like this, what you're saying is you don't have any options. And if you look at her, she's 40 years old. She's looking crazy in this goddamn prison photo. She doesn't have options. And people who don't have options act in an irrational way. They act stupid. They act dumb. They act out of order. And you're only saying that you want attention from the person because they don't want you. Right? People are just not going to want you. Fuck them. They don't want you. It's their problem. Who cares? There's how many people in the United States? Like 330 million people. For the love of God, somebody will definitely want you. Okay? But you don't want to put in the work. Stop trying to make people like you who don't like you. It's okay. You don't like me? Like, fuck off. Like, go somewhere else. It's completely okay. It's not a bad thing if you don't want me. You don't want to be with me for whatever reason. Like, it's fine. You don't even owe me an explanation as to why you don't want to be with me. You just don't want to be with me anymore. Just go, or I'll go. I'll go and get somebody else. It's not that serious. But now when we start getting situations where you want to start burning people's stuff or fighting people or cursing people out because they don't want to be with you and start making hassles, that's when it's out of order. The guy was no good, right? He cheated on you. So, okay, fine. He cheated on you. So what? He made you mad. So what? Go find somebody else. But a lot of these ladies in our community don't know how to control their behavior. And then they feel that they can do whatever they want to do until they get their asses locked up. Now you're over here scared in jail because you threw this guy's shit on TikTok and you made yourself look stupid. You've been publicly embarrassed yourself. You made him look like the innocent person, even though he may have been guilty, and you look like you just can't control your emotions. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. Check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains an all-time high. I'm out.